Hello, my name is Brian and I own a small computer repair shop in Naples, Florida, and I am going to be cleaning the fans on a Macbook Pro unibody. A lot of people have expressed their interest in doing this themselves, and it's actually very simple, and I believe anybody that is somewhat technically proficient can do this. And so we're going to go ahead and just get started right away. I'm going to tell you what we've got for tools. I've got a very small 2.5 millimeter magnetic tip screwdriver. This is you can get these at Radio Shack or anywhere, or an eyeglass repair kit sometimes has these in them. That's pretty helpful. I also have a tri-wing or a Y1 screwdriver, which is a special Apple tool that you can get on Amazon or eBay. It's not readily available locally, most likely, unless you live in a big city, but we may not need this. We may actually just go ahead and not pull the battery, but in this case we probably are going to go ahead and pull a battery, and that's why we need this. I've got a spudger. This is a black stick. It's a tool that Apple uses for prying and opening up things. I buy these in bulk. I get them on Amazon or eBay. And I have a dental tool, which I probably won't use, but I like to have on hand. A can of compressed air, which obviously we're going to use to blow the fans clean. And last but not least, I have a bin to put my screws in. And I have labels in there. But there's not very many screws in this job. This one has a lid on it, so I can just snap it shut if I need to. So just a place to put your screws and stay organized, okay? So that makes sense. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. Let's flip over the MacBook. We're going to take our Phillips head screwdriver, and we are going to pull every screw on the bottom of this panel, okay? And some of these screws are longer than others, so you want to take note, which ones are longer and which ones are shorter. I believe it's just these three right here that are the long ones, but we'll see for sure. So let's go ahead and pull every screw. We're going to go ahead and take our black stick, and we are going to pry up this entire bottom panel. Just be careful, you don't want to bend the aluminum. And this is our bottom panel. We're going to go ahead and set that aside. And you can see here now where you've exposed the two fans. These are the two cooling fans, and this is an Intel unit, so it's fairly modern, but it's got these two fans here. And then this is the battery. The reason why I say let's go ahead and grab our X-wing or our tri-wing screwdriver and pull the battery is because right now there is essentially power going to this logic board, so we want to go ahead and remove that power source. So let's go ahead and do that and pull the screws. There's three screws that are holding this in. Try not to drop your screwdriver. I just did. And again, the spudger comes in handy, but you get this little plastic tab you can pull up on the battery. Now, but you want to be very careful. It's not like a traditional laptop battery. It's actually got a cable on it that's plugged in to the logic board directly. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and pop that little cable off, and we're going to pull this battery right straight up. Dislodge it from the logic board, and there we go. So now we have our battery out, and there's the cable. Okay, so be careful with that. Go ahead and set that aside. Now that we've got the battery out, we're going to let it sit for a few minutes to let the capacitors and everything else go ahead and dry out as far as the power goes. And we'll come back to this in about 5 minutes, and we'll continue working. Okay, now we've got our logic board here. It's got no power plugged into it any longer. It's we've got the bottom panel off, the battery out, and we're going to go ahead and blow these fans clean. And you can do that with them sitting right directly straight into the board. And I just go ahead and blow them. Any dust or debris that you find, go ahead and blow them clean. Clean this. one thing people don't think about is to go ahead and clean the panel too, because this can generate or hold dust. So we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. You can see there's some dust there. Just take that off. Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and just reverse the process. You can also see there's some dust here on the battery. We're going to get rid of that. And that's good. Okay. Now let's reassemble. So you can see how easy this is and that you'll be able to do this fairly simply. But if you don't take the proper steps, you could actually damage your laptop. So make sure you follow this tutorial pretty straight away. Alright, so let's get this cable plugged in. This is a little difficult because you're maneuvering with this battery and plug, but I just use my black stick and kind of position everything and plug it right in, and then this nests down in and sits there. And then we grab our tri-wing, whatever it's called, screwdriver or Y1 screwdriver. Go ahead, tighten down your battery screws. Alright, and we're going to go ahead and put our bottom panel back on. And I'm just going to go ahead and start with the long screws. The first three that I remember that were long. And we are done. Go ahead and put our tools away. Flip this thing over. And boot it up. Thank you so much for watching, and if you're into computer repair, technology, all those things, you may want to subscribe to my feed. Please like, please subscribe, and please comment and ask me any questions. Thanks so much. Have a great day.